back. Mortgage demand surged recently as rates continue to fall. According to the Mortgage Bankers Association's seasonally adjusted index, total mortgage applications rose week to week. This comes as the average interest rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage stays well below 7%. It's the lowest it's been since October 2024. For now, the consensus is that mortgage rates will ease down in 2025. Whether you need a mortgage now or plan to get one in the next year or two, it is crucial that you compare offers. All right, spring is almost here, and perhaps you're thinking about selling your home. We've got our expert right here today, Reuben Stence from the Stence Realty Team. Going to talk about ways to improve your house, hopefully some simple ways that can make it more pleasurable for those who are going to be taking a look at your house,
absolutely.
right?
So hopefully we can give you some tips today to look at maybe some cheap options instead of a full remodel to kind of boost that curb appeal and make it pleasurable for people that are looking to buy your home.
You know, I hear people talk about this. There's so many simple things that you can do, but when you just mentioned curb appeal, that's the first thing they're going to see is the outside of the house, right?
And that is a buzz term that you hear a lot in real estate, but it does play an effect. The first thing people see when they pull up is the front of the house. So you want to, maybe a couple tips for that. I always recommend, you know, get everything out of the front yard, maybe bird baths or whatever that might be, and clean up that landscaping. Listed a house yesterday and the gentleman's putting down fresh mulch. It just brings a little pop to the front when you're walking up to the front steps. Sticks, leaves, mow the yard, clean out the gutters, all of those things are going to help. And
that's your labor and time other than the mulch. That's just a little bit of a cost. But again, simple things you can be doing that really don't cost you anything just to make it look better.
Just basic maintenance that really the house needs for spring anyhow.
Now let's go inside the house because sometimes we all live in a world where we have a lot of clutter. It's okay when you're living there, but when you're showing your house, you really got to take care of that, right?
Yeah, you want to make the space feel as big as possible when somebody's walking in. And one of the tips that I give to potential sellers is go to Walmart, buy 10 of the cheap tubs. You're going to move anyhow, right? So go through the house, pick things that you can live without maybe for the next 2 to 3 months, put those in the tubs, pack them away, label them, go put them in the garage. You've already opened up that amount of space, and your house is going to feel a little bit more open to a home buyer that's walking through.
That's really good advice, actually, and probably helps people maybe when they're thinking about the packing process to get rid of some of the stuff they don't need to begin with, right?
You've already started the momentum towards getting things out of the house.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, can we talk about some of the touch-ups inside the house? Because sometimes just a simple paint job can make a difference, right?
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, paint is cheap. If you go to Walmart or if you're going to Menards or somewhere to pick that up, try to pick maybe some neutral colors. If you've got a bright pink girl's bedroom, maybe you just need to tone that down a little bit so people can see themselves in that space. And again, that's an easy, cheap fix that just makes your house smell better, fresh paint, and a little bit more neutral to whoever's looking at it.
Might I ask, when homeowners, or rather when home buyers are looking at a home to buy, are there rooms that they focus on more that you would say, let's do some of the repairs there first?
Sure. I mean, kitchens and bathrooms are always the most expensive to remodel. You got to kind of weigh out your options of if you're wanting to spend a ton of money in a remodel, if you're really going to try to make that back over the course of time when you go to try to sell it. So you can touch up the kitchen, you can touch up the bathroom, make it a little more neutral, maybe change out some of the faucets and the handles on the cabinets. Those are cheap fixes that can kind of give it a little bit more modernization when you go to sell it.
And just clean, right? I mean, honestly, just some good deep down, get in there and clean.
And that does play a big effect of how your house smells and how your house looks when we go to show it.
Are these tips that people can turn to you for when they're thinking about selling their home? Do you offer these kinds of advice?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have, working with different photographers and different things that we've worked over over the course of the 14 years that I've done this, we've put together a list for sellers. Again, they're suggestions. They're not mandatory things, but kind of give you a checklist that you can work through as you go to sell your home to just make it pop when somebody walks through and takes a look at it.
StenceRealty.com is their website. You can scan the QR code there on the screen for more information, to schedule an appointment, to ask the questions that you need to ask, and to find out what you need to do, because if you're going to sell your home this spring, there are some simple things, as you just heard, that can make it a little easier. Boy, we appreciate you very much.
Yeah,
being our Wabash Valley expert in this area. These are some important tips for our viewers, and we want to remind you too, mywabashvalley.com. Check out our expert page, because these are things that you're going to continue to do for us.
Absolutely. We'll try to provide tips every month as we move forward. We're always able to answer any questions that you might have.
Well, we sure appreciate it. They're a great group of people, great group of realtors, and again, serving both Indiana and Illinois.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
We want to emphasize that as well. Even though your office is in Illinois, we love that you serve Indiana too. So thank you so much. We appreciate your time, and stay with us. We've got more to come on Good Day Live.